Every love story, even the broken ones, carries a whisper of grace. Grace that forgives, grace that waits, grace that heals. And that whisper has given birth to this series. Welcome to the Gospel according to love. Now, this is where faith meets feeling, where the Gospel leaves the pulpit and sits at the dinner table. Before we begin, let me tell you what this is and what this is not. This is not a manual for perfect love. It's not a sermon from a man who never got it wrong. Actually, it's a confession and an invitation. Because the same gospel that saved us is the same gospel that can teach us how to love one another. I call this the gospel according to love because love is the first sermon the world ever heard. And most days, it's still the hardest one to live by. Now think about it. We quote verses about grace, but hold grudges. Preach forgiveness, but build walls at home. Somewhere along the line, our theology outgrew our tenderness. But what if love itself is the classroom, where the gospel becomes real? What if the way we speak to our spouses, listen to our friends, is the truest proof of what we believe? Because the gospel isn't just what we know, it's what we practice when no one is watching. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have failed at that countless times. I've used silence like punishment, I've been kind to strangers and cold to the people that I love. Now, grace had to sit me down and say, Nephew, this is not how I loved you. And that's when I realized that being right can still be wrong if it costs you kindness. So if you hear honesty in my voice, it's because I am still learning too. Alright? Romans chapter 5 from verse 8 says, But God demonstrates His own love for us in this, that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Now that is the headline. God moved first. He didn't wait for us to get it right. He didn't love us as a reward. He loved us as a rescue. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the rhythm of grace we are going to explore in this. Every week we will take one verse, one mistake, and one redemption story. We look at how love can fall apart and how grace puts it back together again. You'll laugh sometimes you might cry, but mostly you will see yourself. And hopefully you'll see God still loving you where you are. And before we start that journey, just ask yourself this simple question. What does my love say? Gospel. If it's impatient, maybe you need grace. If it's silent, maybe you need courage. If it's tired, maybe you just need to remember you were loved first. And that's where the real healing begins. This is not the gospel according to Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. This is the gospel according to love. Share this invitation with a friend, like this video, follow me, and don't forget to subscribe.